Do you have an induction cooker fan lying around and don't know what to do with it? In today's video, we'll show you a genius hack to turn that forgotten fan into a powerful rust cleaning tool. Whether it's knives, wrenches, or old tools, this DIY trick will have your metal gear looking shiny and new in no time. Without spending a dime, don't miss out. Hit play and discover the magic. It might be just an old induction cooker fan, but it still runs strong. So instead of throwing it away, I'm going to turn it into a surprisingly effective tool to clean off rust and bring old metal back to life. You can easily find a cooling fan in old or broken induction cookers, or even salvage one from appliance repair shops. These places often have discarded parts that still work perfectly. I'm going to drill a hole into one of the fan blades. Now, I'll take a pair of bolts and nuts and fasten them through the hole I just drilled in the fan blade. This will help secure whatever tool or attachment we're adding next. This will cause the fan to become unbalanced, which might affect how smoothly it spins. Doing this will throw off the fan's balance, but it's necessary for what we're about to build. The imbalance isn't a flaw, it's exactly what we need. It helps create the vibration and motion that will make this tool effective at removing rust. Next up, I'm going to set up the wiring to get this fan powered and ready to spin. The original wires are too short, so I'm going to extend them using a longer piece of wire. Then, I twist the corresponding wires together tightly to make a solid connection. For better durability, I'll solder the joints, but if you don't have a soldering iron, twisting them securely is enough. I'll do the same with the remaining black wire. I'll connect the other end of the wire to a battery clamp. The battery clamp makes it easy to connect and disconnect the power supply safely. It provides a secure and stable connection to the battery terminals, ensuring that the fan receives consistent power during operation. Now I'll attach the fan to the bottom of the plastic box. This helps keep it stable while it spins. To make sure the fan stays firmly in place, I'm using hot glue to secure it to the bottom of the box. Now I'm going to take a plastic tube and cut out a 14-centimeter section. This piece will be used in the next part of the build. Using a heat gun, I'm going to gently warm up the plastic so it becomes flexible and easy to work with. After heating, I press it down to turn the tube into a flat plastic sheet. To flatten the plastic properly, I'm using a piece of wood to press it down and hold it in place for a few minutes until it cools and hardens into shape. Now I'm going to divide this into 4 equal parts. And here we go! I've got 4 plastic strips. All cut to the same size. I'm going to use these 4 plastic strips to make a simple stand. I'll attach them around the base of the box to keep it stable and lift it slightly off the ground. This will give the spinning fan enough clearance to work safely and effectively. Alright, let's move on. Watch closely as I build the support frame using these plastic strips. Now it's time to attach each piece of the base of the box so the whole setup stands firmly. I'm using hot glue to stick these plastic strips to the base of the box. This will create a simple but sturdy stand to support the whole device. Now I'm going to prepare a piece of wood that will serve as the base for the whole setup. I'll apply hot glue to the bottom of each leg and press them onto the wood. This will lock everything in place. That's it. My homemade rust cleaning machine is all set and good to go. Now I'm going to connect it to the power source and see it in action. Before we test it out, let me briefly go over how this thing actually works. Let me explain how this homemade rust remover works. First, I pour a layer of sand into the plastic box. This acts as an abrasive material. Then, I place the rusty metal objects inside, making sure they're in contact with the sand. When I power on the machine, the unbalanced fan starts spinning, causing the entire box to vibrate rapidly. These vibrations make the metal pieces rub against the sand continuously. Over time, this friction scrapes off the rust from the surface of the metal, leaving it much cleaner without the need for harsh chemicals or manual scrubbing. It's time to pour in the sand. I recommend using fine sand only. Stay away from coarse grains or small rocks. They can damage the surface of your tools instead of cleaning them. I'm dropping in these rusty drill bits. Let's see how well the machine can clean them up. After running the machine for a while, I took out the drill bits, and as you can see, most of the rust has been removed. They look much cleaner and smoother compared to before. Of course, it might not be as perfect as professional tools, but for a simple DIY setup using recycled parts, it works surprisingly well. This little machine is cheap, easy to build, and does a decent job at restoring rusty metal. If you got old tools lying around, give this method a try. It might just bring them back to life. We're going to make a super cool and budget-friendly mini air conditioner that still keeps you nice and cool during the scorching summer. With just a few easy-to-find items like a USB fan, a plastic container, some ice, and a bit of creativity, you'll have your own cooling machine to chill anytime, anywhere. It's cheap, easy to make, and eco-friendly too. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you won't miss out on any great ideas. This cooling fan runs quite well, and since it operates on a 12-volt power source, it can be easily repurposed. We're starting with a plastic container like this. Compact, easy to find, and absolutely perfect for building the body of our mini air conditioner. No need for anything fancy, just a sturdy lidded box, and you've already got the perfect frame to kick things off. Next, I'll mark out a cut line on the flat surface of the lid. This is where we'll create an opening for airflow. Cutting it the usual way would take too long. So here's a little trick. I'm heating the blade with a lighter to make slicing through the plastic much smoother. Cutting through thick plastic can be tricky with just a regular blade. So here's a handy trick. Heat up the knife with a lighter or small torch. The hot blade melts through the plastic smoothly, making the cut much easier and cleaner. Just be careful, it gets really hot. So take safety precautions. If the blade cools down while you're cutting, you can reheat it to make the cutting easier. Next up, I'm going to smooth out the edges of the cut. You can use sandpaper, a file, or even the backside of a utility knife to gently scrape away any rough or sharp bits. This step not only makes the project look cleaner, but also helps prevent any scratches or cuts while handling. Now it's time to mount the cooling fan onto the lid. This is the heart of our mini air conditioner. It'll draw in air and push that refreshing breeze right through the box. To attach the cooling fan, I'm using a hot glue gun. I'll apply a generous amount of hot glue around the edges of the fan, then press it firmly onto the hole in the lid. Hold it in place for a few seconds until the glue sets. This method is quick, strong, and perfect for lightweight parts like this. Now, let's move on to the switch. This little part will let us easily turn the fan on and off whenever we need some cool air. I'm using a toggle switch. I'll simply connect the wires directly. One wire from the fan goes to one terminal of the switch, and another wire from the power source connects to the other terminal. When the switch is flipped on, it completes the circuit and the fan starts running. Quick, simple, and no need to modify the box itself. To make things more flexible, I'm going to extend the wires this way. I can easily connect the fan to different power sources, whether it's a battery, a 12V adapter, or even a solar panel. It adds more convenience and portability to the setup. To make the connection more secure, I'm going to solder the wires together. Soldering ensures a strong and reliable bond that won't come loose over time, especially if the device gets moved around. Next, I'm going to use these two plastic bottles to make air outlets. This is where the cool air will be pushed out. They'll help direct the airflow and give our mini air conditioner a more focused breeze. Now I'm marking 2 holes on the plastic container using the bottle caps as a guide. This way, the holes will match the bottle openings exactly, making it easier to attach them snugly later on. Once the markings are done, it's time to cut out the holes. I'll carefully follow the outlines to make sure the bottle openings will fit perfectly later on. To make the holes, I'm using a hot soldering iron. It melts through the plastic smoothly and gives me better control, especially for round shapes like this. Just be sure to work in a well-ventilated area and be careful. It gets really hot. Next up, I'm going to cut both plastic bottles in half and keep just the top sections. The ones with the necks and caps. These will serve as the air outlets for our mini air conditioner. Now I'll insert the top parts of the plastic bottles into the holes we made earlier. Make sure they fit snugly. These will act as the air vents where the cool breeze comes out. If needed, I'll use some hot glue around the edges to hold them firmly in place. Next, I'm going to connect the remaining wire to a battery clip. This will let us easily hook up the mini air conditioner to a 12V battery. Super handy for outdoor use or areas without a power outlet. The battery clamp allows for quick connections, easy installation, and adjustments if needed. The great thing about this mini air conditioner is its flexibility. You can plug it into a regular adapter when there's electricity or switch to a motorbike battery during a blackout. Super convenient and perfect for any situation. All right, time to get a test run. I'll start by connecting it to a motorcycle battery to see how well it works off-grid. Let's fire it up. And it's on. The fan is spinning smoothly, and I can already feel a cool breeze coming through the bottle vents. Not bad at all for something homemade. It's surprisingly refreshing. Definitely a handy little setup for hot summer days, especially when there's no power. Now, let's add some ice inside the container and see how much cooler it gets. I'm placing a few ice packs, or just regular ice cubes, right beneath the fan. Once everything's in place, I'll close the lid and switch it back on. Let's check the temperature of the ice to see how cold it actually is. At this temperature, the air coming out is super refreshing. It's definitely enough to keep you cool on a hot summer day. Wow, that cool air feels amazing. The fan pulls air in, and as it passes over the ice, it gets chilled before flowing out through the bottle vents. This simple setup really works. It's like having your own mini AIC unit, perfect for beating the heat. Now, let's try running it with a regular power adapter. Just plug it in. The adapter provides 12 volts, just like the motorcycle battery, so it's fully compatible. Whether you're using it at home or off-grid, you'll get the same reliable performance. Now I'm going to attach the battery clips to the two wires. This will make it easy to switch between power sources. Just clip them onto a battery or connect them to an adapter, and you're good to go. All right, everything's connected, Now let's test it out. And there we go. It's working just as smoothly as with the battery. Super convenient when you're indoors and have access to electricity. And it's working. The fan turns on instantly and starts blowing cool air through the bottle vents. It's running smoothly, and with the ice inside, the air feels really refreshing. This setup is simple, portable, and super effective. And that's it. Our homemade mini air conditioner is complete and working great.